to just sit and go, right, okay, fine, we need to defend at the base. Meanwhile, the Super Minions didn't get in there. I wasn't sure whether the Super Minions were going to do enough damage to the turrets. They didn't. I think they took the inner turret, did they, just down the bottom there? Yes, it did. So I think the bottom lane inner turret, the Minions went to take it down. Is Vayne going to be able to get in time? The Clairvoyance has gone down. No, he's not. Back out. And that was the main thing. Candy got taken down quite early there. Actually got, I think he tried to ulti and actually got through most of it. If he'd have probably gone the other way, he might have got out of it. Ulti obviously gives him that slight stealth, which he's done here. He's going to go for Sleazy. He's used his ulti, actually. And he's not going to get him. So kind of a waste there for Candy. It's a pretty quick cooldown. But anyway, Gamed are going to have to go back to the drawing board here and defend once again against this Baron ulti. Baron ulti? Baron. I know what I meant.
The Baron ulti.
The Baron's ulti
coming
the whole
next
map.
patch.
Yeah.
Heard it here first. Yeah, I totally agree with you. They've got to go back to, 10 minutes ago at this stage. I mean, SK are obviously going to be a little bit occupied with those Super Minions until that inhibitor comes back up. But I guess they'll just start to push down this middle lane, get the extra farm that they're going to get down there. They're still built solidly. And actually, something I didn't mention, earlier on when they lost that second team fight, Wicked said, guys, ... stay together. So, SK probably having a bit of a word on their Ventrilo or whatever they're using. Okay. So inhibitors coming back up. That's a good thing for SK. Yeah, what I was saying, they probably had a bit of a word, actually, on whatever voice chat they're using. Like, come on, guys, we started out so well. The mid-game was good for us. Let's not lose this one now. Because, obviously, a best of 3, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Indeed, and like you say, they started off so well. Meanwhile, this is actually working out better for Malzahar because he's getting, the longer the game goes on, the more he can try to catch up with his feed. He's still only 148 minions, so 0-640. It's not going well for Rake in this game at the moment. He's been pretty much singled out most of the time. He's built himself that Banshee's Veil to stop Warwick's ulti on him. And look, you can see what Gamed are just expecting. They got the attack's coming. We know it's coming, and it is going to come up mid by looks of it. So Althor got taken out of that very quickly, actually, early on. So they are maybe targeting Althor and I guess Ocelot. Ocelot would surely be my target. And here we go. It is going to go mid. How are they going to deal with it? Gamed have to try. Cheeky little A attempt from Kevin. And I was going to say, don't go chasing them into that jungle. That's not what you're going to do. They're going to try to clear. I think they're going to try to clear all lanes. Dragon has spawned. Really? Does it really need all of you to go back and take that single dragon? I think Ocelot could take it in probably about 3 shots, let alone anything else. I don't quite think they need the whole team to go back there. But they are going to all go back there. So this actually works out for them, for Game, because obviously the Baron buff is ticking away as it was. We can see, what the timer is on it.
Quarter left.
Yeah, so it's ticking away. So they've not managed to get it, and they've just backed up. So they're going to basically say, okay, fine. They've got to clear these stacks because they've got, look, top turret is actually getting hit by minions quite quickly. It's stripped off 500 hit points there. So Alphor's had to get in. It just took 800 hit points off it. So that's why they've had to back away. So, okay, fair enough. They had to do that because that turret may well have had a good half health of it. But that's bought Gamed a lot of time. And that Baron buff is probably going to run out before they even manage to group back up. Gamed return. They're going to try and get their wards back out. They have done that exactly. They lied because those 2 wards are about to run out in River. So they need to get some wards back out. They need to get some vision. Let's have a look. I pressed G for some reason. It's D. Is the summoner spell. So yeah, as you can see, they haven't got that much vision. They're just about to lose the 2 in River, so they cannot see anything outside of their base apart from the minions.
Likewise for SK though. I mean, we'll see how that one goes. I mean, it's probably more important right now that Game know what SK are doing rather than the other way around. I mean, Game are the ones defending this one, and Baron buff is literally about to tick out. So that's always a good thing for Game moving forward. We are seeing SK push slowly but surely down this middle area. There's a door slams randomly in the background.
Burglar.
And they're still kind of hoping maybe that Game try to get out there, maybe try to do something. But I think Games are just going to sit back here and just soak up whatever comes at them. And try to hold off SK and maybe pick up that team fight, then they can, push off instantly from. SK are warding up a little bit, so just covering any exits maybe in case Game try to get out of that area. And Zylo needs to be careful. He's not in the best position here. And RSK going to go for it. Zylo actually uses Powerball to go home shopping. That's one way to do it. And SK, I mean, they're cautious. Don't get me wrong about this one. I mean, they definitely know that the team fights, the last one went great for them. The couple before that went actually not so great. So they're still very, very wary about how this is going to go. And there's Wicked taking a big hit from Kevin, who has roughly 550 AP at the moment. So you need to be a bit careful about that. Obviously, these Banshee's Veils on Farfane, Sleazy, and Ocelot will help them out in terms of that when they first go in. And Wicked just chopping down the minions.
Yeah, just having a good look around what items people have bought. Thornmail now on Warwick, so obviously wary of Candy maybe trying to do a bit of damage to him, but I don't think he's really going to be the target until near the end, because he's got nearly 3k health.
Yeah.
And he's pretty tanky. It's going to be Alpha. Ooh, careful, Zylo. Zylo's trying to actually taunt someone in there, I think he is. Trying to catch a taunt on anyone, see if he can drag him into the tower and maybe get a quick insta-kill so they can knock it down to 4v5. Lots of Banshee's Veils, like you mentioned early on. Pretty much all the defensive items now built up, and pretty much a face-off, just like we saw before. Now here we go. They are going to move in with the turrets. See how Annie's just waiting to try and get the ulti off there. Ulti used by Ocelot. That's going to try and, well, it didn't really do a fat lot, it has to be said.
No.
They all pretty much stepped out of it, so that's Ocelot's ulti used. They're going to back away and wait for the next minion wave. They really didn't get any hit points on that turret. Meanwhile, the top stack is going to slowly turn in the favour of game. So whether SK are going to have to back away and deal with that, there's another stack going in there you can see, and I think they are. They're going to have to back away and deal with the stack. They're thinking we're not really being able to get in there. Don't know the time on the Baron. The Baron has ran out. I think he's at 47. Yes, and we are just about to approach it, which is probably why they've all backed out. Yeah, they've just warded up Baron. Ocelot's going to come up and clear out that top stack. Baron is literally due. Gamed already moving in on it. Oh, no, the ward is there. I don't think they have... No, they don't have a single Oracle. They know the ward's there. They're going to go for it. And this could be the end of game because SK are going to come in. Warwick is a long way off, though. So it's going to be a 4v3 at the moment. And remember, Misfortune just used that ulti. Oh, the prison went down, didn't catch anyone in it, so they're going to back away, and we're going to have a face-off once again, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the idea. I mean, obviously SK were probably expecting that Games maybe knew the time and would have come at some point, but I would have expected Game maybe to wait a little bit for, you know, for SK to go into that and maybe get a little bit overcocked, thinking, okay, they're all in defending. But here we go, Farfane already taking a fair bit of damage, and we will see Sleazy slam himself into Rake, who tries to escape there. Ulti popped by Xylort, and there goes the ulti out also by Nif. Candy is going to fall. We are going to see a couple go down. There's another one, and they're just being ripped to pieces one by one. Nif is maybe going to survive, but if there's one person in your team you probably don't want left defending 1 versus 5, it's probably Sona.
Yeah, and the problem there was Warwick came around the back side of them. I didn't really flash through or what he did, but he definitely went around the back side of them, and he's going to just lifesteal up and probably tank the turret. Meanwhile, Nunu continues to chase on Sona.
Most awesome fight ever going on there.
Yeah, they're not really doing a fat lot. He's just pulling everything into it, but meanwhile, that turret is going to go down. Well, as I'm sure you really want to see Sona die in there, so let's go back up to that. There we go. Gets taken down by Nunu as expected, and the inhibitor going down, and I think they may just push straight through. Tibbers has just gone down. They have a minion wave now coming in. Sleazy's going to tank it, so they go straight for the turret. This is going to be surely 1-0 to SK. I said that before a long time ago, but
still
finally
15 seconds till spawn. So.
Yeah, I think that's it. And Sleazy might get taken down by the turret here. No, he's not. He's going to get the Nexus will go down. So well played, SK, and pretty close stuff. It has to be said. You know, despite the fact SK had such a strong dominant lane phase, you know, Game really pulled themselves back into it. They won those 2 important team fights. I think it was 4-1 both times. Caught them once in the jungle, obviously, the second time, and on the turret. So very well played. And SK, you know, I don't know whether Game kind of, they had to go for it because they couldn't let SK have another Baron buff. So they had to be out there. But, you know,